Have you just got Warzone Mobile? If the answer is yes, I'm gonna give you 5 tips to become a better player, and if your answer was no, you need to download it at the top of the description down below, as they're sponsoring today's video. Straight off the bat, if you're coming from any other battle royales, there's one mechanic slash function that is completely unique to Warzone, and that's quite simply the buy stations. If you die in Warzone Mobile, you'll go to the gulag. However, if you fail that and die again, your teammate actually can have an option to buy you back using the buy station. Not only does the buy have that, it also gives you the option to buy armor plates, an ammunitions box, which includes bullets, tacticals, lethals, a gas mask, so you can stay outside in the gas while it closes in, a mortar and precision strike, and even a UAV, which allows you to see where everyone else is on the map, giving you more information and allowing you to grab more kills. However, there's one thing that you can get in the buy, which is by far the most OP thing, and it's not an armor box. It's a loadout. By buying it from the buy and throwing it on the ground, it drops in a big box and gives you 2 weapons. However, there is a small detail which you may not know. Depending on the mode, the loadout will cost either less or more. For duos, it's 12,000, trios 16,000, and if you're playing full-scale quads on Verdansk and Rebirth, it's 20,000. Keep that in mind while you're playing with your friends, because you don't want to be caught off guard when you get 12k and it actually costs you 20. You can actually also drop cash to your teammates, stack it all together, and purchase things that way. But before you even get to a buy station, you need to know where to land. So I've actually went ahead and made a heat map, which I'll go through with you right now, discussing the safest, medium, and highest risk areas to land in Verdansk. You see that right there? That's damn. And if you land here, you can be damn sure that nobody else is going to be with you. This place is derelict, isolated, kind of similar to lumber and farmland. All 3 of these are extremely safe drop spots if you're just trying to survive. The next 3 are also safe and still in that green zone, but are slightly more risky, being port, prison, and hills. It's like a 50-50 chance if people are going to be there, simply because hills is close to promenade, which actually brings us into our orange risk level, mid-risk. It includes both promenade east-west, train station, along with boneyard and storage town. And if you've caught a theme here, they're all on the same side of the map. People like to go here, but because it's so spread out, you probably won't land right beside somebody, which in turn means you can get away from situations, even though it's still slightly risky. Military ABS, on the other hand, is at the top end of mid-risk. People don't normally land here unless you're playing Mobile Royale and half the zone is cut off, leaving it as the only hotspot drop. It's the same with Quarry. It's too far out of the center of the map, up at the top, for people really to see that as their primary drop spot. Stadium, on the other hand, is usually used as a place for people to land when they get too scared of going downtown, considering it's right beside it. Speaking of downtown, this is your high-risk zones. If you want a lot of fights, good loot, and as much cash as possible, you land here, along with hospital. Don't forget about airport. However, there are 2 spots that I have learned by playing the beta every single day, both in public matches and custom games, that are above all else when it comes to players landing there. TV station being 1, and the most being Superstore. This is the hottest drop in Verdansk. Rebirth, on the other hand, is easier to understand. Prison's super hot, so's that headquarters area, and everywhere around there is usually in the orange category, because although the player one is so small, so is the map. So if you're not landing prison or headquarters, you usually just funnel around the edges. I will say, if I was to pick a 3rd highest risk area in Rebirth, it would be Command Center. Currently in the game, you can't play as a solo in quads, trios, or duos, which means you have to have teammates. And of course, if you have teammates, you're gonna want them to have a mic. So the best way to do this is to simply find friends that use mics. Of course, you can try and turn yours on in game, but if you're looking for actual good players, the best place to find them is usually on apps like Discord, because you'll find hardcore gamers in there that are just trying to grind. I'm gonna leave mine down below. It's just discord.gg/FergFam, and you'll see that everyone in there is talking about Warzone Mobile right now. That's all we care about, and that's all you'll see on this channel for the next few months. This is a really simple tip, but people who don't come from Battle Royale games won't understand this. It's the fact you shouldn't be taking low to high range gunfights. And when I talk about low to high range, I'm saying when you're on the low ground, you shouldn't be fighting people above you. Not only is this a global global tip for anything to do with shooter games. But in Warzone Mobile specifically, trying to go up a hill to fight somebody who's slightly above you slows down your momentum, making your movement slower, therefore making you an easier target, which is just terrible. Also, more often than not, if you're finding uphill from a lower vantage point, they can see your entire body and you can only see the top side of their body, which means as you're trying to scope into the top half, you won't be able to get any free bottom half shots like they will get on your body, meaning you're more likely to die. And for our final tip, you guys know that SMGs are for rushing, so I'm going to show you a couple of the best SMGs. If you're a slow-paced player, use an LMG. Here's a couple of the meta ones right now as well, along with the snipers and assault rifles, and there's really only one dominant shotgun. However, if you want a top 10 best guns with loadouts video, let me know by commenting down below and subscribe for more Warzone Mobile.